The first game is going to be on Dominator. It's going to be SPX versus Dragon. So without further ado, I believe I can just turn off my pillar box, turn on audio from StarCraft, and we can get into it to see who will end up in which position. So let's go for it. Okay, so SPX versus Dragon in week 5. So we have 6 teams, that's why we have 5 weeks. Each team played against each other. Map is Dominator. SPX versus Dragon, very interesting match from my perspective. Dragon strikes to me as a PvZ master. He really knows how to play very, very well. Protoss versus Zerg. I'm wondering how he will end up playing against Mr. SPX, who is a very strong Terran, Mr. Chaosu. Haosu, hello my friend. We have a LAN party in Krakow, Mr. Haosu. I hope that you will be able to make it. If not, there will be additional one in Warsaw as well, but you can read about LAN party guys here. Oh, I will attach my stream to the Team Liquid. Okay. Nation Wars Wikipedia. Okay. So what do we have? That was fast gas, I think. We will see how the factory timing will look like, because I learned from watching the Artosis YouTube video that having a factory on 2 minutes 27 seconds, let's say it, is very, very good when you are playing it normally, when you are not cutting any SCV. But if you are going for 11-11, you can end up having it much faster. And we can see that SPX will have it on 2000, on 2 minutes 24 seconds, 25 seconds, so a little bit faster. So he cut at SCV for those extra seconds. I believe the idea is to have a little bit faster siege tank, or a little bit faster mines. Every second matters. By the way, today we will have big announcement. Maybe I will give that info. Okay, so SPX wants to escape with the expansion and fast tank. This is a very, very old way of playing. Obviously, Terrans nowadays can go for mines and vultures after going for machine shop, because the current meta, yeah, we can see that Terrans prefer to be more aggressive, prefer to apply a little bit more pressure. They learned how to defend this gun aggression with the bunker so well, with the repairing the bunker, that they are threatening the backstab, they are threatening the counter attack with the vulture, and that's what's keeping Protosses at the base most of the time. Let's see what will be the follow-up from SPX, because from here he can go basically anywhere. Oh, look at that. A little bit of pressure on this goon, I like it a lot. So he can go for starport, he can go for more factories, and he can go for armory and fast upgrades. We can see that Dragon is playing it very calmly, going for a robo before the second gateway as well, so no free gate, no panic mode, but also no third base. I believe you are usually trying to get to the third base around 6th minute. That's a fine time to do it. We can see the third gateway. This is pretty weird gateway positioning, to be honest. Okay, free fact. So I guess those free gate ops is overall a old but very effective opening. Okay, we have eBay. So what you are afraid of as a Terran going for that amount of vultures is probably river. So I guess SPX will want to lay some tactical mines. And obviously he's aiming to have the turret ring on time, just to prevent the shuttle from going in, but I guess he will be able to see observer, some scouting vulture, maybe even will kill the probe. That's not bad, he already made late mines. We can see 34 SCVs, so SPX was doing a very good job producing them non-stop. Dragon not going for the third base, he's respecting the potential of the push. I need to say that Mr. Dragon is also the captain of Team Canada. Not only very strong Protoss, but also very helpful. Captain, very good guy. And that's a low number of turrets. That's the basically the minimum-ish. Okay. So this observer will have a hard time surviving it. Oh, I guess he will. Nope. Dragon with a lot of money. I guess this money should go for the Nexus. Oh, that's again, he's going for the... I'm casting the game of Dragon again, where he is going for the forward base, forward to the Terran. And I guess last time I watched that it was against Terror. Seems like SPX will go for his own expansion. He is 8 SCVs ahead. No armory. I would expect some around this time, but I guess he wants more facts. And yeah, if you are going for the third base, you want more factories to be able to defend it. We can see that Dragon is aiming to outspeed for the shuttle and the river immediately. He is doing good job building probes as well. It's only 4 tanks, but there are no speed zealots, so it can apply a lot of pressure, especially with mines, especially with those high grounds. And it seems like SPX will try to sneak in over here, and it's going to be so hard to fight in this narrow choke. Beautiful move from the Terran. It's basically unkillable without the speed zealots, without the shuttle. And that's a huge pressure. Do you cancel? I guess with the shuttle maybe it's doable. He will have a 1 rebo. He needs observer over here as well. Okay, he will have observer. Those flanking goons might be able to backstab those tanks, because there is no minefield over here. So I guess all he needs to do is well coordinated attack. Let's see how it will go. There are mines over here, so he needs to be careful. The goons are taking a lot of damage, but the river is in perfect position to snipe both of those tanks. But those goons died. And that was only like 5 tanks push. Obviously that's a loss for the Terran, but he's mining from 3 bases, already on 5 fact, 2, I guess he's only on 3 tanks now, but it's not like Dragon has bazillion gateways to just macro up and punish him for it. Although, with the speed shuttle and the rivers, I think Dragon will have a timing attack, because there will be like 7 tanks maybe in total. Obviously when you are planning your counter attack, and then you are you kind of have in the back of your head, in the back of your brain, or I don't know how you say it, but you kind of thinking about the backstab vultures. As we can see, we have some here, so you are kind of hesitating to go and attack directly into... Oh, but the shuttle might die. That's pretty painful. Yes, Dragon will use those rivers. Well, nice escape with the tank. But those rivers will have potential to deal a lot of damage, but he needs to be careful. Oh, they were not shooting. That's disaster for Dragon. Even this tank will survive and will be healed. Dragon is still mining from 53 workers, but Terran is already on 60. I guess this is with 4 zealots, it would be completely different battle, completely different engagement. But now you don't want to use your river as a zealot, basically, and even some mines to intercept those goons. Beautiful game from SPX so far. And I think Dragon should give up, or can give up, the idea of busting Terran for now. You can see that even SPX expanding on the fort, he knows that he has time. Let's see what will be the amount of second rubble. I love it. I love it a lot. But I would like to see Dragon expand a little bit more. More expand, more probes. I believe I am the fan of like 70 probes if you are going for this gateway man with shuttle style. I love the Templar archives. I would love to see the third gas being taken, because this is extra value. Templars are so good, especially if you can drop them into the mineral lines or on top of the tanks. So Dragon is pumping more workers. I like it, I like it. Although look how quickly SPX is growing in supply, going up to 9 factories. So the only thing which is not going for SPX are upgrades. He's on 1-0 and he started 1-1. And we already have +1 weapon and 2-0 going on for Dragon. I would like to see him having a little bit of more map control, although it's very hard when your first push wasn't successful. You don't want to throw more units, you basically want to use the defender's advantage and yeah, use opportunities like this just to gain some extra value, intercept some vultures, buy some time. We can see SPX yeah, going for science facility, even a full wall in over here. I love it. Yeah, I really like the idea of expanding over here. I think he needs to do it. Like, he's playing against 4 base Terran with the potential to go for the 5 base, 5th base whenever he would want to. And those are 4 bases with gas. Dragon is basically mining on from 2 gases right now, so SPX macro is insane. Really strong. the probes goes down. I guess those vultures already laid mines. Maybe SPX is waiting for like a 2-1. Do we have second army? Okay, so okay, I believe not. Maybe I don't think there is a reason to not push now. Okay, those rivers might get some extra value, but they get intercepted. But those goons are gaining a lot of value in those trades, so this is really good for Dragon. This is what he needed. A trade like that, no tanks with this army. SPX basically traded 40 supply. Okay, so he will snipe some observers. Okay, so he will stop this push because he snipes observer. That's a original way of doing it. Oh, Dragon is not paying attention. Oh, don't see that too often. I guess the probes are being built. Are we broken? Let me just, guys. Let me just reload it. I think something is not right. Okay, I guess that's the right game. Let's go for it. Again, vultures for probes. So, SPX, is he waiting for 2-1? Okay, finally the tank arrives. For shuttles, I think Dragon has what it takes to fight with this army. Okay, but the goons are dying relatively quickly. What will be the storms? There are a lot of zealots connecting. The storms are there, but the Protoss units are getting thin. The storms are relatively late. There are so many High Templars. That wasn't bad from Dragon, but because like you usually don't expect the Gateway army to wait to win the straight on engagement. The problem is that you need to have more gateways, I believe, to be able to produce, and we can see that SPX is very fast with pushing to this base, toward this base. Okay, the main base command center floating. I really like the fact that he's abandoning this expansion. There is no reason to fight right now, to just lose the engagement. Just need to build couple rounds of units. buy some time. He still has bases to transfer probes into. SPX still has a lot of money and a lot of production, but there is always hope. Okay, let's see what will be the result of this engagement. What Dragon will do. He's not fighting with everything. So much stuff. Okay, if he would have like 5 storms, then maybe this is as good storm as you can ask for, but Mr. SPX just has too much. And it seems like it's going to be the beginning of the end. SPX will take the first point on the scoreboard of Team Russia. Very important win, especially that it's against such a strong player as Dragon. You always are proud of yourself when you are winning against opponent of this caliber. I believe even Mr. SPX is proud of himself, even though that he's much better than I am. So we have 1-0 lead for Russia, and now we will have the painted Canadian. And I heard that Canada will be 51st state of USA and Thailand will be 52nd state. So it's basically one country. That's why Dragon Jumper is representing Team Canada, and he will play against Malkiyah. From Russia, strong Zerg player. He showed a decent game last week. The map is Radion. Let's see. Malkiyah versus Jumper. Painted Canadian? I don't know if you say things like that. Malkiyah last week was playing against some strong Protoss. It was against Bonnie, and he played a decent macro game. So that's a very interesting match to see, because I know that Jumper is strong, although I think he gets a little stronger when the game develops over 10, 12, 15 minutes. But also Malkiyah seemed relatively strong against Bonnie. The fact that he managed to get into the later game stage against Bonnie and played out like an even, it's already very impressive. And we can see 11 hatch. I really love it. This is great against Gateway first. Let's see what will be the timing of the pull. Like if you go for 11 hatch, you want to have it like 151, 152. Well, that's what he is going for, basically, almost. Mr. Mazur, are you coming to Krakow LAN? Oh, that's great. So don't forget to sign up on the forum. Okay, so 11 hatch, 1 2Z lots from Jumper. Will it be 21 Nexus? I'm always hesitated whether to expand here or here is better in these positions. Jumper, we can see going for 21. Oh, okay, I thought that he will go for Forge instead of Zealot, but yeah, going for next Zealot makes sense. Like, he knows that this is a hatch first build. So he could go for Gas or Zealot. He didn't have to go for the Forge that early. Nice interception of the probe. Okay, 10, 12, 14 links in total. That's a lot, to be honest. But I guess it will allow Malkiach to not take any critical damage from the Zealots. This Zealot needs to go behind the minerals. Oh, Jumper is doing some time moves. Overall, it's very good trade for Malkiach, and despite the fact that Jumper didn't kill too many links, he forced so many. So if only he will not be too greedy. Oh, he's going for Cybernetic Core. It's extremely greedy. Although yeah, he's not jumping. To bring some probes, I guess. Although now it's a little bit too late. If he would attack 10 seconds earlier, this attack would have much bigger chances of succeeding. But Malkiach did a good job droning up, so I guess hatch first build gives you enough larvas to just spend on those extra links, and you're still fine-ish. The spire timing is fine, the drone number is fine, so I would say this is a decent enter into the mid game for both players. Zerg always switches Muta in the mid game. Okay, it seems like he's going for the spire. Maybe he'll go for a couple of Mutas and then switch to Muta. He can also go for 5 Mutas or 7 Mutas just to snipe some Zealots, just to be safe against Zealot push and try to push back the Corsairs with the Scourges. 29 drones, very strong drone production. You usually want to go for 2 hatcheries after the spire, before the Mutas. Usually if you are going Mutas, you want to have second gas, although you not necessarily have to do it. But it's good to have it because you probably want to go for some extra upgrades for Hydraden and stuff like that. So, but let's see, maybe he will go for 6 hatch. Jumper is jumping on top of the Overlord. He didn't check the spire timing and he will be punished for it. That's a good timing of the Scourges. Let's see what will be the reaction time of our Canadian Protoss. Ooh! Oh, I thought that he will want to kill this Overlord. What there will be interception maybe? Okay, they are doing their best. Boom! Nice interception from Malkiach. This Corsair. Will it kill the additional Overlord? I guess Jumper doesn't expect that this Corsair is here, and Malkiach doesn't expect that this Corsair is here. This Corsair doesn't know why it's here, and we doesn't know why it's here. But it's useful, it gives some information. Okay. Guess now maybe? Fix hatch, 42 drones, switching to Hydras, so that's a strong macro. Already +1. 1 sunken in each base, anti-Dark Templar, anti-some Zealot run-bys, and it's going to be a lot of Zealots from Jumper. Only on 40 probes though. And yeah, he has those 3 coursers, so with this 4th one, he can really apply a lot of pressure, but he needs to be careful not lose this courser for free. Is a very important first step, because at the same time when he would attack with the Zealots, the Hydras would focus the Zealots, and then Corset would have a chance to snipe the Overlords relatively freely. There is an opening over here, and Jumper, we can see that using it nicely, very nice pressure. Also nice target fire from Malkiar just to try to snipe those coursers, but they are killing the Overlords so quickly. But we can see that this Sun can manage to tank so much damage. Although this is a nice supply block, at the same time I believe Jumper is building some Templars at his home just to tank energy. And even more pressure, very good pressure with the Corsairs. Despite it looked relatively sloppy at the beginning, now it's beautiful play, and this DT will work as a defense against this Hydra push. Maybe Jumper wants to escape with less cannons. I believe 3 is not too many. And killing this Overlord will make this DT even more powerful. But Malkiar did a good job, 48 drones. +1 weapon will be done soon. Nice to see a strong Zerg player from Russia. We usually had Mr. Gornish representing Team Russia as a Zerg, but he is inactive nowadays. Oh, this is Dark Templar killing squad. And Jumper is macroing well, although Zerg already on 53 workers. This is massive eco. One upgrades. You, like, as a Protoss, you would be fine with moving out now and trying to expand. On the other hand, you don't want to let your opponent snipe the Templars too easily, so you want to build up the goon count. So there will be a little bit, they will have a little bit bigger protection, and even if Zerg will go for the snipe, then it's going to cost him a lot of hits, 3 hits from the Hydra risks. But the contain will start here, and it's going to look much harder for Jumper. The observatory is there. We are going up to 7, 8 gateways. I like the fact that he's going for more gateways, but now he needs to storm maybe twice. Nice storm, beautiful storm actually from what a storm! Holy moly, this is how you grill in May. Grill in February, just in Thailand. I like that Malkiar is mixing up some links, so he will have extra gas for more lurkers. Jumper going up to 9 gate, definitely needed. 53 workers, good number. Oh, even the drones. This is relatively late for the base, but Protoss doesn't have his own third. I think even going for the cannon here would be good. It would cover some area. So you want to use the coursers to push back the overlords, so there will be no easy snipes on the observers. Let's see. Jumper is babysitting the observer. Beautiful storms. But those lurkers are dealing damage still. Although those are good trades for Jumper, but he will be out of storms soon. And there is still plenty of Zerg left, and now the goon's starting to fall. And that's something you don't want to see. Plus 2 weapon on those Hydras as well. Okay, Jumper decided, okay, I killed enough lurkers, let's go for it. Beautiful storm number 17. He will have one more beautiful again storm Jumper, breaking the contain and showing the power. Now it's always hard for Zerg. You need to re-establish your rally points. You need to change your game plan. You need to transition into the longer game, I believe, because it's going to be very hard to fight straight on against the Protoss now. On the other hand, there are not too many Templars now, so he will have some time until the army of the Protoss will be unkillable again. 2-1 upgrades even. I like this extra sunken. I guess one sunken, first sunken. But Jumper could strike to the 6 o'clock. This position is well defended, although if there are some good storms, anything can happen, and there are some good storms. Although there are no more, okay, there will be one more available. 2-1 plus 2 armor. So even though Jumper is, oh, but he is trading, losing some units here and there. He needs to be very careful because he really did a good job breaking the contain, but now he has to deal some economical damage because Zerg is on 61 workers. So despite having such a big advantage, okay, this is a good attack. I think he will have 2 storms available now. Beautiful storm number 1. Okay, and there are not that many. You don't even need to use this storm, I guess. Maybe. If he wants to push here, he needs to do it now. It's very effective trade for Malkiach, although that's a lot of stuff from Protoss still left. This Lurker is dealing extra damage, and those Sunkens, it's even possible that he will be able to defend it with those Sunkens. This is great SimCity from Malkiach. I think Jumper should give up on attacking over here. Okay, so he wants to kill the Hydra then now. I'm wondering, I mean, it's going to be so many Sunkens, you don't want to waste your units dealing with them. Just attacking to this location could be better, although still hard. Overlords taking damage, but we have a Hive already, Adrenaline is there, 1-1 is there. What are the Jumper upgrades? Okay, so he's going for 3-1. This is a huge pressure. Dragon, Jumper is building a lot of goons, and those are not the best against the Lynx, although the Archon is helping a lot. There are some lurkers from this base, so I guess it will put Malkiach on the safe spot. We can see that Jumper is not expanding behind it, he has money for it. He's not mining in the main base, he's mined out in natural, so he badly needs additional base to at least keep up this production on 2 bases, and this Nidus is not helping that much. This army seems so tiny. Yes, Mr. Jumper fighting hard for the island and for the points. of BSL 2025. When 2-2 will hit, those links will be extremely strong. We can see why with +3 armor, it's pretty hard to deal damage to the goon. Malkiach securing this position makes this base automatically defended against the ground attacks. And I would like to see a robo from Mr. Jumper. He overslept with this expansion. This expansion should be already mining. We can see how many workers are doing nothing right now. He could transfer them here because this base is undersaturated. And this is the moment when with every second Malkiach is gaining bigger and bigger advantage, I could even say. Maybe not advantage because it's still... Oh, but if he will cancel this base, and he will, there is adrenaline, right? Okay, this is beautiful play from the Zerg. He can even snipe some Templars. Okay, so this base will be mined out. It's so many drones. I guess the game is already 19 minutes, so if Jumper will secure this base and will not allow Malkiach to take any additional base beside those two, I believe there is a hope for him in the economical standpoint. Okay, so 3-2 on the way. What about Jumper's upgrades? 3-2 on the way as well, so it's going to be good for Zerg, I think. Oh, sneaky ninja base over here. I like it a lot. Have more workers here already, but there is no Templars over here to defend this base. Jumper, I guess he's happy that he's securing this expansion. I like that he's mixing in Archons to the army composition against those links. They are very, very effective. But they are really good with +3 upgrades, if I'm correct. Because then they have 39 damage and Lee could have 35 +3, 38. So with +2 weapon, Archon will not one-shot a Link. Mr. DeWoltinho, the captain of Team Russia, is hosting me and riding me. Thank you, Mr. DeWoltinho. Our previous and probably future BSL champion. Thank you, thank you. Welcome guys, you came to the right stream because we have the BSL Nation Wars week 5, and after this, after those matches at midnight today, in exactly 2 hours, we will have a big announcement. Hello, Mr. Zulander. Okay, yeah, it's good to storm. This is the most hated unit of Terrans and Protosses. I guess this is a beautiful hit squad just to defend attacks like this. And Jumper is trying to secure bot top right, going for the split map. I really respect that, but he can do that and be aggressive at the same time, I think. Maybe he's hesitating because he doesn't have upgrades. I don't know, but he not necessarily have to be so defensive. I guess having this base puts Malkilia, like Jumper would have to take this base for the equal split. Malkiach playing it so slowly, so methodically, but there is no reason to attack against the Protoss who is playing this way. Moisture is the essence of wetness. I didn't watch the movie, but but the name is excellent. Those are decent storms. Emergency storms, I guess. This is where Jumper wants to hit. He has some zealots and storms. There is no Nidus over here, so I believe those lurkers will be eventually eliminated. So that's a... Oh, we have an event drop being sniped or scouted. It's the airdrop. Yes, it's positive and it's good announcement. Another announcement, if you thought that what we announced is enough. Nope. It's not enough. It's not enough. We need to bring you more joy. Jumper trying to deny this base. But what he doesn't know about is this. Okay, now he will scout it with this probe. Where are the rivers? Okay, they are finally here. But this is so late. And what I'm afraid of for Jumper is that he doesn't have the upgrades for the late game. He doesn't have plasma shield, he doesn't have weapon. Holy moly, those lookers. Hit hard. Even evacuating the drone. Mr. Jumper, go for the upgrades. Speed for the observers is there, on the way. Look at that. Oh my god. Such a sneaky play. The plague over here, and that this base is unattackable without the rivers, I believe. Okay, the first 3 rivers are kind of on the way. Jumpers now mining from 3 bases. Malkiach also mining from 3 bases. Those are not the worst trades for Jumper, to be honest. Look at that, he's storming well and making Archons, but now he is losing important and expensive units to pure links, and you don't want to see that. But Jumper is still on 200. Or 192, excuse me. The Overlord. Okay, this is a powerful attack. No defense at all at this base. This is extremely important. Fortunately for Jumper, there are no defilers over here. But still, you need to do it carefully. Send Dark Templar to the back, because it will die from the splash damage. Oh, but those storms are nasty. Okay, that was a pretty efficient clear for Jumper, but he will be mined out here soon, so he needs to start thinking about having those two, like this base at least. And Malkiach being on 59 workers, securing those 2 bases, it's important for him. Okay, we will have a Rebu. I guess what would be the best for Jumper to go for some Storm Drops. I really love the Plagues. This is how you want to fight the army of Protoss. Just plague it, plague it, plague it, plague it, plague it well. And just plague-u. Ketchup-u. Oh my god. The fleet of the Templars. Okay, but Templars are not the best against the Ultras. This is such a technical army. 1 Archon, 1 Goon, 1 Reaver and 12 Templars. 1 DT as well. Okay, the Reaver is great, but Jumper needs to make some extra units which are dealing damage without casting the spell or buying the Scarabs. I guess this is so good for Malkiach to like catch so many Templars, especially that Jumper didn't secure the top right, so he's basically mining only from 1 base right now, where Zerg is mining with 4. You can see how efficiently the Protoss can trade, but now with the Swarm it's not going to be that easy. But with that many Templars, this is a base you probably have a hard time dealing with. The 1 Archon, 1 DT over here. Thank you guys. I get some shipment from my wife. Okay, for yeah, like old good times. Good old times, I believe you can say. Okay, this base can be attacked, it can be abandoned. I believe Jumper could even try to play it very, very defensively. What I mean is try to secure the top right base and just make Basilion. Oh, I guess you still want to have 12 o'clock. Oh, this is such an important catch from Malkiach. Jumper still has a lot of stuff, so he can clear it. I believe he can clear it, but it's 162. Oh, and the workers are dying. That's pretty painful, but this is a powerful army. And though all of those bases are very well defended, and look at that. Malkiach even weakening this army. Those are beautiful storms from Jumper. There is even a river in here, so this is perfect army composition against the Ultras. But still, Malkiach is able to build so many of them. He's mining so healthy with all those bases. I guess this base will be mined out at some point. Maybe with the perfect trades, Jumper could escape with allowing Malkiach to take this base, but I guess this base he would need to mine on his own. Hello! Peporino! Okay. Look how efficient those 8 links were. This is still... Okay, Jumper, giving up. Nicely done. GG means that Team Russia is securing the second point. Very, very impressive. performance, but now we will have the most exciting comeback, let's say it. It's going to be TT1, who is race picking. So he's playing Protoss versus Zerg, Protoss versus Terran, and Terran versus Protoss. So he is showing to all the Terrans like, I prefer to play Terran versus Protoss than Protoss versus Protoss. So it's going to be Mr. TT1 himself versus Mr. Fathertos himself. The map is going to be Eclipse. So let's see what TT1 will show in the TVP versus Fathertos. Game number 3, let's go. Yeah, so the display is showing that TT1 is Protoss because he is a Protoss in my database. I didn't develop my Excel database to the level that it reads the race picking. TT1 as our Terran against Fathertos. TT1. Oh, I need to do one more thing for the big announcement later. Because wonderful Singerka the great graphics. Okay, is it ready here? It is, so I just need to make a new post. TT1 going for gasless, he knows the power. And add it. Here. Or maybe even over here. I'm wondering if Mr. Tupocalypse is watching. It's not URL, but EMG. EMG update. Okay, it looks good. Okay, so the post is ready about the announcement. I will just need Mr. Tupac. Okay, we have a okay, so what Protoss player thinks is the hardest thing to deal with as Protoss from Terran side? So, in other words, what do you play as Terran against the Protoss? Or what do you hate the most to deal with? Definitely this is a strong opening. This is not a risky one because he could have gone for command center first, but this is a safe approach from TT1. And I'm wondering, he will even escape with the first SCV, that's important, and scout with another one. Ops on the way from Father Toss. Oh, we had eBay block. Okay, so +1 weapon, slow approach from TT1, but he is 5 SCVs ahead. Going for the tank, so very standard, I would say. Or maybe not standard, old school maybe I should say. Okay, we have fast river on 2 bases, also aggressive opening from Father Toss. That puts you in good position if Terran is going for some kind of 4-fact probably, but he can scout everything. You can see that what TT1 did is he cutted the eBay entirely, so he was like kind of safe against Dark Templars because of the comsat stations. But I believe Goliaths are great against the shuttle as well, so yeah, that's interesting approach. I really like it. The expansion from Father Toss will not be that late, considering that he will have a river. Is he going for speed as well? Speed as well before the Nexus, so that's nice. And Mr. Father Toss, if you are watching, please let me know if you want me to use Father Toss or Tama, because you use Father Toss in the game, but the world sends the nickname as a Tama. No range. Did he even need it? Second one? Okay, so we'll have a turret ring. Only 2 facts from TT1, but he's having 47 SCVs, so he can go for 6 fact now easily. The problem for him is that there is a river, he knows about it, there will be a speed for the river, so whenever he will try to go up this ramp, he will take the damage. Over here he will take damage, so you need to do it well. On the other hand, he has the Goliaths already, the magical number is 4, then you double shot the shuttle. And we are going to 6 fact, so TT1 knows what he's doing. 51 SCVs, I believe this is a magical number. Unless he's planning to go for extra base. But he will be able to start macro soon. Start his macro soon. Didn't even repair the bunker, doesn't care. There is no vision for this river. I guess that he's in range. Yeah, this is in range. 7 facts. And TT1, despite not being too active recently, He's such a strong player that even playing against his Terran is probably scary. But this is what Fathertos is doing, what he should, which is keeping TT1 in home with those two rivers. Although there is no Goon support with it. He has Observer, so it's fine, but no Goon support, no Speed Zealot, so it's going to be... Look, those rivers didn't even know what they should do. Okay, nice reaction time. So, okay, he killed a couple of vultures, evacuated to another high ground, or I guess to the first high ground, so it's completely fine. I'm wondering if TT1 will try to push with it or go for expansion. This is a nice play, but those rivers are wounded. Oh, and they are walking like a dead... what was Night King? Dead walkers? Oh, I didn't know. I need to rewatch Game of Thrones. Night Walkers? The death. And TT1 is like 10 tanks, and I am happy with just pushing. Is there speed for the Zealots? There should be, yeah, there is. 49 workers. I like that Fathertos is buying some time on this high ground. He needs to be careful. Okay, there are 8 Zealots, so it seems like it is definitely enough to push it, to defend it, because there is no support for those tanks. I really like target fire of TT1, but it's simply just perfect army composition for Fathertos. He shows why he is a Fathertos, why he is a Tama. The Zealot was a traitor. Mr. T1 Dragon is here. Nice to have you, sir. T1 Dragon is a big part of this big announcement in midnight. 1 hour and 30 minutes left till big announcement. So guys, put your ass ready for the incredible journey. Okay, so TT1 will try to stall the game by going for the third, but he definitely expected to deal more damage with this push. And if you are not playing Terran on a regular basis, it's relatively hard to know when is a good time to defend, when is a good time to attack. Oh my god, and those are such a good trades for Fathertos. It's basically probably the beginning of the end. Maybe with the high ground tanks and some magical mines it's possible to defend it, but it's more and more stuff incoming. TT1 is doing his best. Look at that, this tank is dealing so much damage, but he needs to shoot like 50 times to be able to deal with all those goons, and I don't think there is enough HP in these SCVs to buy him this time. And we even have extra tank over here, but the command center will be probably sniped. Fathertos is most likely happy with the position he is in. I believe last week he played a game against Madinia on the same map. Also a strong performance from Fathertos. This is a great trade for TT1. It's just the number of units is so heavily in favor of Protoss that it's impossible to do anything. I guess the command center still lives. Like, if he could go for 2 expansions at the same time, it would be fine, maybe, for him to try to stall the game. But we can see how hard it is to even take the natural. Those mines are really bringing a lot of value to the table. But Padratos would need to move command to much bigger minefield. TT1 doing great job eliminating the workers, but it's still 58 to 31. Not easy task. If in next season TT1 will decide to play PvP, it will be the proof for the Terrans. So I will hope that he will keep playing Terran versus Protoss, and he will just show us that the game on Eclipse was just unfortunate accident. The problem with this map is that if you want to take the third base, you need to go to the open area, where defending is art. Obviously as Terran you can go mines, some supplies, some turrets, it's possible, but you need to have units to do it, and we can see that TT1 is mining only with 31. So it's very hard task, but it's still impressive that he survived to this moment, because I thought this game will end like 3 minutes ago. Even Nexus over here from Fathertos. Oh, those are good trades for TT1. Oh, do you want to try to pull? No, I guess you need to clear this river. And probably rebuilding like 10 more SCVs would be good for TT1. Fathertos waiting for the Arbiter, going to 170. And TT1 is doing it very bravely. No mines, no siege mode, doesn't even care. Okay, now the siege mode, it's going to be in good position. There are some vultures. There are not that many zealots, but there are templars, and those are dealing crazy amount of damage to the tanks. And despite being on the high ground, it didn't work out. Mr. TT1 is tapping out, and Russia, very convincingly, is taking another match. And I believe Team Russia now is securing securing the 3-2 score. But let's see what will be the result, because everything matters a lot in those circumstances. Is this one? I guess I had a better one. This one, I guess. So Russia 3-0 with Canada for now. So that means that Russia will be 3-2 score. And Russia Won we lost to Latam, won with Europe. Okay, won with Europe and lost to Latam. Okay. Let's see. Doodle Doodle versus the team captain of Team Russia, Mr. Dewoltinho himself. The double doodle. Let's go. Dev Valley favorite map of all the ninjas. Yes, it's same as with Dexter's 13. There is Dexter 13, but now he's Dexter 15. So he is 15% better now. I've heard that if he will be Dexter 69, he will be Bonnie level. LML told me that. LML is also German, but I believe Dexter is no longer German. Those guys disappoint me. Why no double gateway? Really like that Dawid was scouting the main base. I guess there was someone who made a double gateway against him over here. Dawid still defended? I don't remember who. Obviously, I would think about Max, but I don't think it was Max. Yeah, Dawid is black. And Doodle Doodle is blue. No racism, but we are happy there is no Terran over here. Both players keeping the worker alive. Ooh, this probe. Okay, it will be not chased. Dawid in PvP, yeah, he was killing his own assimilator. So if Doodle would scout it, he could stop mining those minerals and go for the carriers like Bonnie did. Nexus first. So overall, it's Nexus instead of Robo. And I guess you can go for no observer if you are playing this. But what the hell do I know? I guess you still want to expand. The Robo is much later. Oh! They both agreed to make this right side of the map as a full island. That's cool. Very nice out of Doodle, to be fair towards his opponent. Okay, so he's not killing it, he's opening the possibility, like, if there will be too big push, he would kill them then. Okay, nope. He is killing it. And we have an island. Free base island on the right side of the map. Just like that. But Doodle now is mining from 2 bases, which means that he is in good position as long as he will not take any critical damage from the rivers. The world somehow is 2 workers ahead, so Doodle will probably end up being 2 or 3 workers ahead if he will continuously produce without stop. 5 goons versus 5, 1 gate only from the world. Oh, but Doodle not careful, taking the damage, and with equal numbers, every single shot matters. Beautiful micro from the world, eliminating 2 goons, 1 goon and a half, and a zealot for basically shield damage. We workers advantage, let's say, for Doodle. He's already on 2 gases, but the river is there for the world. Snipe. I mean, Doodle is mining from this base for a little bit longer, but overall this game looks dead even. The world only has advantage of oh, nice snipe, of having extra building time in the Robo. So he might have, okay, I wanted to say that he might have speed, but he just started, and Doodle will have his own speed, but we can see it will be only 1 river for double Doodle. Will the world go for mineral only, maybe? Rivers, both observers dying. That was a... The world really showed us how you get up over the ramp. There will be second river soon for Doodle, so he should be fine-ish, as long as there will be no tragical micro from his side. Doodle, we can see that very solid player. He is in this decent position against the world, basically equal supply, equal army. A little bit of positional advantage for the Russian Protoss, but Doodle is adjusting well to it. He needs to be careful here and use his rivers well. We can see target firing from both players. Those rivers of Doodle are dealing a lot of damage, to be honest. But it seems like he is not... Oh, that was a misfire. Although, now with the target firing on the shuttle, it's possible that those rivers of the world will be killed as well. There are some dots. This gas is making those rivers crazy. Okay, we have a high ground and 2 rivers. It seems like Doodle will be able to defend it. Equal amount of workers. Beautiful hold from our Canadian Protoss. Gate to 5. I guess some mining time worked better for the world. He will have double robo, so already 2 rivers. Oh, and he will catch some goons. 20 supply advantage, so he was very consistent with his macro. Obviously the defender's advantage plays a role, but there is no shuttle in here, and players like the world usually jumps on the advantage like this. Oh, those are beautiful target fire. Doodle is microing like a boss. Those rivers from the world. Yeah, I guess with his own river he might be able to try to go and catch them. But only looking at the production side of things, it's 6 gate and 2 robo versus 5 gate and 1 robo. Very nice trade. Oh my god! Such an equal trade from those guys. Doodle really shows the power. Nice. Oh, but there are 2 rivers now. And probably he knows now that it must be double robo. Impossible to have double river again so quickly with the shuttle. And there will be some backstab move probably from Mr. De Voltinio. Third base from both players basically at the same time. I guess 1 river versus 2. And they will see the move out. So he's like, welcome back. And yeah, if you are going for double robo, going for plus upgrade is strong. But those rivers will be eliminated. That means that there is a chance that Doodle will have very strong push now. With 2 rivers of his own, with damage upgrade as well. Number of workers is fine for both. Very interesting PvP. Forge on the way. No forge over here. When you have 3 bases, you usually want to invest into the forge because then one DT can kill all your dreams. And I guess the best position to attack is try to take this third base. Use the fact that those pylons can wall in badly, but he needs to be careful and not lose the shot, the reverse. What a micro. Oh, but what a target fire. Doodle doodle. Oh, I thought it's going to be doddle doddle. Doddle doddle, but no dodd. That connection, but still. That was a good hold from the world. He will have his own reverse now. So he's saying, it's my turn now. He has Observer as well. And the world is really doing it well, although the Doodle Doodle really tried to jump on top of this shuttle. The world did allow him to do that, and we can see Mineral only being under pressure. Nice escape. Both players mined out in the main base. Catching those 6 goons is just pure value. You just... Oh, if he would snipe the shuttle, then maybe? I mean, it would be great, but... Oh, now we will have 4 rivers. Yeah, it's... such a big firepower. Okay, we'll have 2 from Doodle. His micro is really good. His shuttle micro and river micro. But it's just the number of units is a little bit too big. GG from Doodle and Dawid securing the 4th point for Team Russia. That means that we will be left only with 2 versus 2 for Team Canada to win the honorable point in this series. Okay. So Dawid DM5 versus Andy and Biggie, if I'm correct. No, it's TT1 and Andy. Okay, that's cool. Let's go. Retro? No, it's not retro. It's Metropolis. Let's go. So on the bottom left location, directly from Canada, we are having the map expert himself, Mr. TT1. And his ally on the top right location, we are having Mr. Andy, the 2 versus 2 expert. And their opponent is a Protoss team from Russia, Mr. DM5 on the bottom right side of the map, and Mr. Dawid on the top left side of the map. If you haven't watched the game, they played against... Oh, who was it? Was it Europe? I don't remember, but it was... They both went for double gateway in the middle. No, I believe it was USA. It was Jiraiya and Hawk. So they both went for double gateway, same as they did against USA, but this time it's from the main base, so there will be transition out of it. You can see 39 probes on the battlefield and only 9 drones. Who will be first to have TT1? 14 workers? Dawid and catching up, and DM5 catching up with 14 workers as well. TT1 only with 1 gateway, but he has his ally who is building links. So if you go for double gateway, you probably want to apply pressure. I really like the fact this is Dawid. Okay, I really like that he left this zealot to apply pressure, because he knew that he will have 2 to defend in the main base. But there will be speed for those links very soon, and even if you are the world and you can control your props so well, it's so extremely annoying to deal with the speed links at your base. Yeah, as you can see, all those workers were in mining for a second, all of them were pulled. More and more annoyance has been added. You can see TT1 defending the pressure over here. I guess it was this lonely. Lonely zealot of the world, but we have more pressure now. Although Goon is on the way, let's see if there will be a drill. Oh, I thought it's going to be the drill. But TT1 allowed 1 zealot to get in. Let's see what will be the result of that. Nice probe drill, catching the zealot like a boss. TT1 defends, and Dawid under constant pressure, but he still is on 19 workers, so he's doing good job building them. He also feels like he needs gas, because TT1 already has goons. But we can see that's a lot of pressure on the bottom right Protoss. The M5 is trying to release some pressure by going for the counter attack, but we can see how quickly those links surrounding the zealots. Okay, and we can see that those counter attacks not allowing TT1 to focus on the world. People probe control. T1 is microing as hard as he can over here. Even more zealots coming. And some workers starting to fall. Good damage by the M5. He is building his own goons. Overall, after all, TT1 will defend it, but he took some damage. More pressure from Andy, excuse me. Biggie was replaced by TT1. At the same time, TT1 is trying to defend this incredibly big amount of zealots, which finally were released from the main base of the world. We have 3 goons left. The workers are starting to fall, although TT1 is doing a good job to keep the worker relatively even compared to other Protosses. Oh, but Andy only on 6 drones, pure link mass. But he's expanding, so I like it. But now I think, yeah, this is a drone time. I guess they could go and try to kill... I guess Dawid is harder to kill because he has cannons. There is a cannon over here for the M5, but there are no zealots. But I guess those zealots, he will be able to snipe them with the goons. Let's see what will be the result of that. You definitely need 2 workers because those links will start dealing damage quickly, but we can see that Dawid knows how it should be done. Some workers were sniped. Maybe they will be even able to catch the M5 goons in the middle, but we can see that then Andy was droning up, so he doesn't have that big amount of links. Okay, we will go for the speed zealots from the main base as Mr. Dawid. Guys, 1 hour to big announcement. Robo from the M5, so if one Protoss is going for Templar Archives, second one is kind of forced to go for the Robo because you want some observers. There is a... Is this anti-core? Is this Corsair? Yeah, this is Carpace. I really love it. Oh, this is Sunken, okay. Yeah, because they didn't see a Corsair. I guess going for the Corsair is pretty bad against the goons. But the amount of zealots Dawid will be able to produce will be very, very scary. And TT1 securing the expansion, same as Andy. And their biggest advantage is that they are connected. They have their armies connected, so they can fight together. But we can see Dawid going to Andy with big amount of units, and Andy will be forced to at least evacuate this base. I guess he will try to buy some time. There is +1 weapon on those zealots, so that's going to be extremely hard to deal with them with just links. And the goons will even help to deal the beautiful drone drill from Andy. Extremely good drone drill, defending it as good as he can, but more goons coming from the M5, so he wanted to eat the sandwich with the extra bread. Okay, but now let's see who will have more. Will it be 2 base TT1 or both 2 Protosses on 1 basis? See that those links are tanking some damage, buying some extra time. +1 Carpace is on the way, and the moment it will hit, those links will again be very efficient. We will have a river, and it looked so good, but Dawid didn't even take the natural with this push. But we don't have Robo. And this DT, obviously we have overlords, but no overlords to be aggressive and no layer, so I guess DT1 will have to go for the Robo on his own. I don't believe Andy will have enough resources and time to go for the speed for the overlords. But this DT is very, very defensive. Oh, and there are no goons in the main base of Andy. So this river, he can take this Sunken out very, very quickly. And this DT is stopping any counterattack. So this shuttle and the river If it would be bonus shuttle and river, this Zerg is dead. Boom! Just like that. This is how you deal with the... this is how you deal with the links. Okay, the goons arrives. Do we have a robo on the way? Or they expect... Okay, so we have layer from Zerg. Okay, they are going to TT1. He's getting ready with the pylon walls. I guess it is Artosis pylon. But there is more stuff coming from Team Canada, and +1 Carapace is there, so those links can take a lot of hits from the Zealots. This DT obviously will deal critical damage, but all the army of Team Russia will be eaten alive. Although now DM5 is using this opportunity to be annoying. Beautiful play. Usually you don't see Protoss team, but Team Russia shows how it's done to make it competitive. 1 HP sunken. Only 12 drones left. Oh, the M5 is playing with fire. He has a speed, but no expansion from him is the biggest issue. Because the world, I think with the storms, he should be good to defend it. Holy moly, those are a lot of storms connected. And this DT is still here. We finally have Robo from TT1. Did we go for another upgrade? I guess Zerg was under constant pressure. Andy is doing such a good job surviving all that. And nice catch on those goons. Nice flank. Maybe he will snipe some drones. Those goons. But now the world will have opportunity to build out of units from those bases, although TT1 is already, like, he already mined 500 minerals from each mineral field, so this is 3,500 minerals for which he could have spent. This DT is still alive, 1 HP, but the observer will be there, double forge. Poor Andy. So we have basically similar supply, it's 150 to 130. As Andy, it's like hard to decide whether you want to tech to the mutas or just make more links to allow your opponent, your team partner, your ally to be more efficient. 1-1 is done. There is no weaver. Okay, it's coming home. Oh my god, TM5 greedy with the goon. That was a nice hold. And thanks to that. Okay, now TT1 is the one who has a DT. Oh. And how far away are we? Yeah, they all decided to go for his own for his own robo. I guess there is still 3 storms available. We have some counterattack from the M5. I really love it. TT1 is mined out in the main base, so he has a huge army, but not mining too much now. The F5 mining healthy. Andy managed to go for 70 workers. That's a lot of links. Robo observer from the world. We have rivers with this army, so this is a strong Protoss army. Although look how much red there is. But there are no spell units. The upgrades will be great for Team Canada, 2-1. But they're all securing his third. TT1 1 base ahead. 2-1 is done. So I guess now there will need to be +1 carapace. Okay, let's see what will be the result of this engagement. It's going to be very important. The rivers need to connect. I guess he wanted to defend the third base. The storms are good, but where are the rivers? He needs to help his ally. Okay, we have the rivers finally arriving. M5 arriving, and they are crashing. Seems like Team Canada in the middle. DT of TT1 is dealing a lot of damage. More reinforcements, another part of the bread coming from the top. We have a bigger than Big Mac. And now Mutas are there. Although, isn't it too late? Those are beautiful storms. The Mutas are doing good job, but they also got some hits, and obviously as a Zerg, when you are in a situation like this, you kind of want to go for more Sunkens to defend against those goons, but on the other hand, you want to build as many units as possible just so you will not lose the middle. +1 weapon. And 2-1 from the world. TT1 mining from those bases, but the world securing the third it's important for him as well. Okay, Andy will be able to apply a lot of pressure over here. There are no coursers, there are no storms. 3-1 weapon for the world. I guess TT1 maybe is telling Andy to take this base. Plus 3 weapon goons deal a lot of damage. Although those Mutas... Ooh, nice storm drop. Their world showing the power. Putting TT1 on 27 workers. I guess Andy will be able to catch those goons. +1 weapon only against 1/1 links. And soon +1 weapon. Okay, but now they will, okay, release some pressure from his ally. And as Zerg, you want to snipe the Templars. And that's what Andy does well. TT1 comes with the meat army. There are no Archons, so even those mutas can tank a lot of damage. Although nice snipe on the hatchery, but I don't know if this is enough damage. Look how much left of Canada is still here. Some units, some reinforcements will be caught with those goons, but there are some minerals left in the main base, so Zerg will be able to re-expand. The mutas are still there. Andy with the beautiful micro. Oh, TT1 decides to go in over here. Lucy Storm. But there are no more storms. And he's showing some really good control of the mutas. It's not easy to do, especially against their world with Templars. But Team Canada, this is a very important battle to take. We will also have some counter. I guess. Okay, counter. Target firing the drones. Putting Andy on 4 drones only. That means that it's only basically TT1 left. Mining. Oh, but beautiful interception. Very important one. Losing 2 rivers. TT1 with 100 supply. Andy on 45. So despite having only a couple drones, now he went to 9. I guess it would be good for DM5 to go for some Archons. He has a lot of gas. But TT1 already with 5 Archons. This is a hard army to deal with. 3-2 upgrades versus 3-1. And yeah, TT1 securing this base makes it much harder. Like, if he will secure this base, this game is over. Like, if not... No, it's just like that. Just like that. Killing the goons. It's 2 versus 1. You always want to fight like this. I guess this DT is dealing some fun damage. Maybe he will kill an Archon with it. GG from the world. And that means that Team Canada is winning the important point on their board. Puts this on the 4-1 for Team Russia. And that puts Team Russia on the 3-2 score with 12 points, and they won against Europe but lost against they won against Europe, but they lost against Latam.